channel is proudly brought to you by...
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
Linking on my brain. Okay. Linking on my brain. I got linking on my brain. Whoa.
What's up, guys? Mike the MGTOW man again, bring you another video. So in this video, I would like to start this video out by saying that yes, anything, and I mean anything, is possible when you as a man choose to live your life as a free man. And in order to experience true freedom, you must realize that as a man who lives only for himself as a bachelor, that is a man who encompasses the highest level of genuine and authentic freedom. And when you choose to live free and to only live for yourself as a man, you should never reconsider that decision. Because as a free man and a free agent of your own destiny, you no longer answer to some controlling woman every time you do anything or go anywhere. And the fruits of your labor as a result of that dedication are plentiful. And it will all be yours to enjoy as you see fit. And personally, to me, that is the most beautiful aspect of this philosophy. And if you are foolish enough to actually disagree, well, just think about this. As a bachelor, you as an independent man are not forced to be subservient to any woman or employer, because your success as a single man and even your failures are now your own. And that's because any bachelor who chooses to stay that way, you can afford to take risks or chase your dreams without worrying about the failure. The sad truth is that most blue-pilled men worry so much about failing and how failure will ruin their relationships that their worries get to the point that they abandon their own dreams and even their own desires. A blue-pilled man worries that, if he wants to chase his dreams, that he could potentially end up in the poorhouse. Because make no mistake, gents, it is a risk to chase one's dreams. And I can personally attest to that. And if you are a blue-pilled man and you end up in that poorhouse, well, I'm just here to tell you that even the most blue-pilled of men, they know deep down, even if they don't want to admit it, that their woman will not stay loyal or remain by their side should that man chase a dream and fail. Because to a woman, just the idea of missing out on maximum resource extraction, well, it's just too unacceptable for them to bear. So then they end up leaving the man when they chase a dream and it fails. And if you have any common sense at all, then that one fact alone should red pill any blue-pilled man who might be listening. And I honestly hope that some of them are out there listening, because they are the ones that need to hear this the most. Because many of you who are watching, you have already been through this before you were red-pilled. But as a free agent, you can always afford to take risks in life. Always. And one thing that these disloyal women of the modern age do not realize and do not care to realize is that most of the successful men in this world, they will tell you a laundry list of their past failures. And that's because there's something that women do not understand that many men do. And that is that in order to be successful, you have to be willing to fail multiple times. And each time that you fail in life, you ought to be learning something new to prevent it from happening again the next time around. And if you are willing to fail and also learn new things, and also learn from your past mistakes, you will pave the way to a solid foundation to be successful. It's obvious after seeing all of this play out time and time again that women are only interested in being around men who are already successful. And they do not, however, want to be with that man before it happens, at least not long term, because they only want the cake, but they don't want to learn its ingredients. And so they don't respect the one who made it. They just want to make sure that that this cake tastes good. And they feel entitled to half of the slices as if it should just be reserved solely for them when it's done. Another hard truth is that if chasing one's dreams was so easy of a task, then everybody would be doing it. But the problem is, that in this modern age, while most men deep down would like to chase their dreams, unfortunately their biological drive is just too strong, and they chase women more than they chase their own dreams. And with this, I can only come to one conclusion, and that is that women have become dream killers, because they do not allow these men to take any risks at all. And women love to promote the false idea that they are somehow the prize. So as a result, these men end up chasing them instead, and they do so without ever realizing that they could have made something better of themselves as a bachelor and as a MGTOW man. It is also, very clear when you look that it is deeply hardwired into a woman's nature to only want the good times and not the bad, because they are just selfish creatures who lack any visionary skills whatsoever. And the women that you'll see, that actually do make it high on the food chain in the business world, these women, they are proclaimed to be women of vision, self-proclaimed. However, they are often handed these positions simply because of affirmative action, and not because they had anything special to offer. They didn't have anything new or original to offer. But somehow they were just handed these positions, a lot like Susan, the CEO of YouTube. She hasn't offered anything great to YouTube other than making it look bad. So again, I say, men are visionaries, and women only slow down our consciousness of that fact. And unless you are a red-pilled man, you'll never see that. And as a MGTOW man who understands that anything is possible as a bachelor, you aren't compelled to forcefully live in any one location in your country. And if you think about it, you're not really even bound to live in the countries in which you currently reside. You can travel the world. You can go anywhere that you want at any moment in time. And that alone is the definition of sovereignty. And that is the reason why this system fights us on it. It's because they know that once men realize this truth, that they will no longer have the tax slaves to the system in which they have placed on our backs. Too often, men who are married or in long-term relationships, they will go on and on about how free they say that they are. And they say this in countries like America, Canada, and many other European nations. But are they truly free? Do they even know what true freedom is? The answer is no, and a definite hell no. Because after all, they cannot travel on their side of the planet freely whenever they want, because their life choices have too many hurdles. The first one is obvious. Their wife will not be up to taking vacations unless she approves it. These men will not be able to go out and hang out with their guy friends at any time of the day or night unless she approves it. As well as the fact that she has to be able to supervise and track his movements from a distance. She will factor in the times and the dates, and if it costs too much in her mind, she will criticize the very idea. And then the man is then forced to abandon his vacation plans or his plans with his buddies. So you see, gents, you as a MGTOW man, you are genuinely a free man. And as a consequence, the weight of this profound jealousy of the world, it will follow you for the rest of your days, because the world will be jealous when they see how free that we are. All of my life, I was held back. All of my life, I had to fight for what I wanted and what I had. And only recently have my dreams been possible. Only recently. And it's because of MGTOW. And yes, I too was held back from pursuing those dreams because I used to be blue-pilled. I was once so controlled that I had actually abandoned the very notion that I even had the right to live as free as I do today. And before I knew it, I had lost half of my 20s. I was always chasing relationships. I was always simping. I was the true definition of a white knight. So you see, this philosophy saved my life. And now anything is possible. But it's only possible because I chose to be MGTOW. I chose that. And now I am free. This is Mike the MGTOW Man signing off. And as always, never give in, never surrender, never stop chasing your dreams. MGTOW for life. Also, guys, if you want to see more videos like this, be sure to share, subscribe. Also, I have a GoFundMe link in the description below, as well as the link to my merch line. And spread those red pills everywhere, guys. And I'll see you in the next video.